Hello out there in Twitterland and YouTube and wherever else you may be finding this particular little broadcast. Ginger here again with another episode of Fighting the Void. And with me again, as per usual, is my lovely co-host, Crystal.
Hello.
And if you are watching this, well, if you're watching this, you saw that. If you are listening to this, you missed seeing Crystal pose, which is all the more reason to go to the YouTube channel instead of checking this out on audio on Anchor or Spotify or wherever it is you happen to catch it. But another one of the benefits though of catching it on audio is the fact that you missed the fact that Crystal is totally frozen right now and she's buffering and there's trouble connecting. It might be my problem, I don't know, but in any case, what's going on right now? Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and drop Crystal from this, and she can try to click back in. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and keep talking just a little bit.
That is so weird. This and somehow I'm the only one here now. Let me see if the link is
all right. Woo, I don't know what happened there. Looks like we're still live though, so that's good.
I think you got, and I just pulled up our live stream, and I was the only one here.
I think whatever the problem was, I think it was actually on my end this time. So sorry to everybody who just had to deal with that little bit of nonsense.
That's my potato's fault this time.
Yeah. Yes. So that's something that Crystal can be thankful for today. Today, our issues with the internet are not her problems and the fact that she didn't chain together enough little Idaho spuds.
So I do apologize because now there's like this long, awkward pause where I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, am I the one still here, or is
well, either they were watching you awkwardly pause, or they were listening to me ramble on before I cut out. I don't know which one, but in any case, again, maybe it's for the best that apologies for all those who were expecting our guest tonight. There was an emergency. They had to back out. So we're going to try to reschedule, and due to various scheduling difficulties, we'll probably try to just pre-record that and then upload it. So if we get that rescheduled, it probably won't be live. But anyway, or at the very least, we won't be announcing it ahead of time.
It'll be a secret.
It'll be like a secret. If you're stumbling across the interwebs, you might just find it. We'll see. Anyway, so what we decided to do instead was, in the spirit of we just had Thanksgiving, and in the spirit of the Advent, if you will, of the Christmas season, we'd actually talked just a little bit about some of the things in our own lives that were that we are personally thankful for. Things that, especially over against maybe from this year from last year to this year. What's been new in our lives in the year since? So, Crystal, why don't I let you go first?
Me?
Mm-hmm. Has the lady in the room?
How sweet. Well, obviously, I think it goes without saying I am thankful for my family, who has been nothing but loving and supportive of me all my life. I am thankful for Lucas, even though he can be a bit of a pain in my dupa. I love him to bits. And I'm happy to have him because he makes me a better person.
There you go.
And I think I cannot have a thankful list without noting my big bro right here, Ginger.
Oh, thanks, sis.
You're welcome, big bro. Wow, if that is not the most kiss ass sounding part of my thankful,
It did sound a little ass kissy,
right?
and you will be flogged appropriately later on. But out in public, that's just weird, and people ask questions.
But you know what? At least it's a genuine kiss ass moment. Because I actually
that might be an oxymoron.
That
Because the term kiss ass implies a lack of sincerity.
Okay, you're right. It is an oxymoron. Point is, I legitimately am thankful for my big bro because he has given me a lot of opportunities, and you mentor me a lot. So
I appreciate that because I, for one, am also thankful for my adopted little sister because I don't know, Crystal's just awesome. And
thank you.
And I just saw a certain pain in the dupa put in the chat. Thankful for Crystal blinks twice as though he needs help or something. Although, given your reputation as a Hobbit Satan, shout out to Madness. When you said you love him to bits, I was concerned. I wasn't sure how literally to take the bits part.
Well, I guess it depends on how much he annoys me that day, whether it's literal or not.
True.
You have seen me murder him like 3 or 4 times now.
I have seen you violently assault him live on air, actually, and fortunately, CIA Tom probably isn't watching. Otherwise, you might get a knock on the door. Then again, they probably knew about Epstein and the fact that he didn't kill himself. So they let all kinds of stuff go.
We over here at Fighting the Void are thankful for that meme.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. Who isn't thankful for the Epstein didn't kill himself meme? At least something good has come of this.
Yeah. And I feel like since we mentioned Madness, we should mention that we're thankful for viewers such as Madness.
Absolutely. Very thankful for people like Madness and Pastor Greg and everyone else who tunes in. I can't talk. I'm thankful for the ability to normally be able to form words. But now I'm up here and I'm talking and I sound like Joe Biden. And all I'm wondering is just why is there no one around with hair for me to sniff? I don't know what's going on.
I'm not even going to touch that. I just got to move on. We can't forget friend of the show, Crazy Cousin, Red.
We cannot possibly forget Red. Or whatever it is she decides to be going by. Who knows? I don't know. She's having an identity crisis, dyes her hair and everything. And
hey, I happen to think she looks good.
I didn't say she didn't look good. She does look good as a brunette. I would agree with that statement.
You just want everyone to be a ginger so you can take over the world easier.
Yeah. Duh. It's not like you just suddenly unveiled the master plan. I'm pretty open about it, really.
That is fair. And I guess 2 more people I could list off that I'm thankful for before we move on is my 2 closest friends. Moose, who is an author on Twitter. You can find her at MLMooseAuthor. And my good friend Anne, who you can find at Leon Troy on Twitter.
Both excellent young ladies. I would have to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of both of them.
Me too. Obviously. I just said I'm thankful for both of them.
Obviously, but yeah. Oh goodness, there are so many things. Just one is actually to put it back to you again, there, Crystal. Is without you, this show wouldn't exist.
No.
Certainly not in the way that it does, because for those who may not be aware, it was actually not this past Martin Luther King Day, but the one before that. So just over a year now that Crystal tweeted something that just kind of gave me the last little push to decide, you know what, I'm going to start a show talking about politics, culture, and whatever else it is that comes to mind. And of course, Crystal took an interest and started throwing out a ton of ideas, and boom, she's a co-host. Because why not?
Yeah.
And again, again, just to bring up Red, she's also been an inspiration, getting me off my butt in other ways that are very good, especially when it comes to the pro-life arena, and helped, along with others, give me the extra push that I needed to get some stuff rolling at my parish that, has been good. Has been good. We actually got a group now at the parish and everything, and we're actually trying to do some education, do some outreach. We're talking about now actually at least gathering material to help struggling families, struggling single moms, and that sort of thing. And that's that kind of thing. It's possible that wouldn't exist at my parish if it wasn't for Red giving me a little kick in the pants without even trying to. So, there's that. And there's any number of other people I could express my thanks for on Twitter, like my friend Justin, who unfortunately now lives in Puerto Rico, so making it much harder to visit.
Vacation time.
What's that?
Vacation time.
Vacation time. That would be an extensive vacation, that's for certain.
Puerto Rico.
I got to meet this past summer a handful of people on Twitter, like Sarah, or also known as that Pinktastic, and on Twitter, and a couple other guys. Forget one of them's handle, which I feel bad about, and also the hairy-chested libertarian. We got to all hang out and have dinner. That was pretty cool with my two older gingerlings when we were swinging through Nashville.
Nice.
Thankful, of course, for my family, and my wife, who, as Crystal said about Lucas, makes me a better person, makes me want to be a better person. And if that's how you feel about, that's the kind of relationship you've got going with your significant other, I'd say you're on the right track. Personally, because you should be with somebody that makes you want to be better, not in I'm a worthless piece of crap sense that I need to be better, but just this person that makes me feel good, and I want to be better for the sake of that, but I want to be better still for the sake of that other person. Growing thing, as opposed to like a barely surviving thing. My whole horde of little gingerlings, as people who follow us know, there's 6 of the little gingerlings, and I couldn't be more thankful for the whole bunch of them, even though they do occasionally drive me insane.
It should. So they're doing their job.
That is their job. As children, especially as little baby gingers, they are in fact obligated to try to drive me insane.
Being a ginger, you knew you were getting yourself into having.
I knew what I was getting into. But it's all very good, and I wouldn't trade that for nothing. Thankful for the fact that I still have a job, because there was a time in the not too distant past when the place where I work currently was going to have shut down this past October. And I would be sans job right now, or at least I would be in a different job, is more likely.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So I'm up.
Yeah, I didn't, but I didn't realize. I thought it was like 2 years from now. Not.
Well, that's still going to happen.
Oh, okay.
But going back about a year ago, I was going the place where I work was going to have shut down this past October. That was the plan. So that plan changed, and for that I am extremely grateful. In fact, not only, and I actually have a better job at the place where I work than I did a year ago. And that job was better than the one I had a year before that. So, if things keep progressing along the current trajectory, I should be running the place by the time we shut down. That's probably not going to happen.
I'm the head now. Sir, we're closing the doors. I just got this position. What do you mean you're closing the door?
I just became the site VP. No, we're not closing the doors. In fact, I'm the site VP. I think I run the show. In which case, the real corporate overlords will be calling, going, "No, you don't."
Honey, no.
So
Honey,
it's,
no.
it's like, no, you are our yes man, and you will do what we tell you.
Yeah.
You have a little box in which you can act.
Okay, see, now I just picture like you being like, no, I just got this position. We're not closing, and then the corporation just going head pats. Oh,
Oh, this is so adorable when you think you matter. And then I'd be sad and be like, oh. But I get a big severance, right? Oh yeah, you get a big severance. Okay, I'm good. I would completely sell out. No doubt about it.
I mean, it's closing anyway.
Exactly. Just found out. My opinion doesn't matter. So, well, I'll take that check and, feed my gingerlings and call it a day. But yeah, started another little group on Twitter. Well, actually, it's mostly on Discord. That's got some projects that we're working on slowly. We haven't really announced any of them yet because we know it's going to be a long, slow process until they're ready to be announced, and we don't want anyone getting disappointed. So, but stay tuned. Over the course of the next year, there's going to be something coming out of that project. So, and there's a lot of great people involved in that I am very thankful for. I'm thankful for every one of the guests that we've had on the show who have either shared something interesting or something important. We had Joe on the show. Was it Joe? No, CC. I'm sorry. I get confused with different people's names and everything. We had CC on the show talking about how she had once had an abortion and she was willing to come on and share that with us, and very thankful for that. Jeff, who's comes from the evangelical side of the faith spectrum, and he's willing to come on and be challenged a little bit and do a little challenging return. I like that. And just everyone else who's been willing to come on and talk with us, laugh with us a little bit. It's been a pretty good year, I'd say, on Fighting the Void.
I would agree. Yeah.
And as far as what's coming, I'm going to be, like I said in last week's thing, I'm going to be starting a series going through early Christian writings. The only reason I haven't yet is because I've been busy almost every single night with other stuff that has to get done. Funny thing about the holidays, what can you say?
Yeah. And as Red and I started, we have the sideshow Blunt Talk, where we just hang back and talk about things truthfully and maybe with a few cuss words.
Maybe when Red is involved, it's probably going to get a little spicy.
Of course.
But that's half the fun. That's half the fun right there.
It is half the fun, and
it is
nice to have a little show where it's not all about politics.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Also, since you mentioned your kids, I also remembered I have 2 honorary nephews I am thankful for as well.
I'll bet you do.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Would they be mooses?
Yes.
Little munchkins? I kind of figured as much.
Thing 1 and thing 2. I think that's what she was referring to.
I think I remember you saying that at one point, thing 1 and thing 2. And, I just like that. As somebody who appreciates Dr. Seuss, I think that, yes, I think all pairs of children should be thing 1 and thing 2. Absolutely. That should just come with, you should get shirts. Yeah. Actually, I should just, I don't know why I haven't given mine like thing 1 through 6.
Yeah, why not, dude?
Why haven't I done that yet? It's not Christmas yet, so
Moose is ahead of you. Get on the ball, sir.
I know, right? I should probably get these made up.
Yes, you should.
It'll be like thing 1 of 6 or thing 2 of 6 or
thing 1.
But you know what? No, not the of 6, because if we did have another one, then it throws the whole thing off.
Oh, plus you could have the shirts color coordinated where it's like red thing, blue thing.
red thing, blue thing, green thing, yellow thing, purple thing,
Orange thing.
crazy thing, weird thing, big thing, little thing.
They're all weird.
just go
so.
full on Dr. Seuss with the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Do it.
I'm also thankful for the fact that despite my older kids are really displaying many of their talents.
Yeah.
Lately, my oldest is using her skill with the viola to be able to go to Europe in the coming months, which is pretty awesome. And my oldest boy, the kid can build almost anything that he wants to. He's got an engineer's mind.
Aww.
Yeah. He's just, hey Dad. He was like, hey Dad, look at this thing that I just built out of Legos, and it's either he's built a functioning bolt action Lego rifle. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't ask. I don't know how he does it. And some of these things have some power behind them too.
Wow.
Yeah. And the kid can shoot it. I should actually show you pictures. We went to the range today, and he's a little bit better. He's a little better than me with the 9mm.
Wow.
He's pretty good.
After game, man.
Oh, don't worry. I've gotten a lot better since I got it, but he's actually still just a hair better than me with it. And I mean, we went today and I let him empty a mag at 5 yards, which is typically where we've been. But he did so good with it. Like his first shot was a little dead center in the bullseye. And everything else was pretty tightly grouped around it. And I was like, all right, move out to 7. And he did almost as good at 7.
Oh, wow.
I was like, and first time ever shooting at that distance. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But and then my number, thing 3, she is an increasingly talented artist. Like she's stupid good. Like she goes to a draw club thing every Friday, and the instructor there has pulled me aside a couple of times and expressing that she's really good. She could do something. Basically, she could do something with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he basically she's part of a group of pretty much, and the group there that she's essentially a part of there. It's like a group within a group. They're all kids that are a couple of years older than her. Kids that their abilities are sufficiently advanced that what he does most of the time as far as showing kids, they're beyond it. So he just kind of comes around and like offers little individual critiques to them, and doesn't have them do too much. Doesn't have them do a ton of what the rest of the class is doing. And like I said, she's the youngest member of that group. So I'm like, yeah, kid, you're going somewhere. So yeah, I've just got a ton of stuff to be very thankful for. I really do. Still not pushing up daisies, so that's good.
Yes.
And I don't know. Did you have anything else you want to throw out there, sis?
Trying to think, because there are so many things to be thankful for.
There are. I mean, I could honestly spend the next half hour just running down a list of all the people on Twitter that I'm thankful for and why.
Right?
I really could. And honestly, the only thing that prevents me from doing it is it'll be tedious to anyone who isn't one of them. and also it'll be a bummer if I forget to mention somebody that I should.
That's what I'm feeling right now, because I'm like, oh, there's so many people I want to name, but I can't possibly remember or get them all.
I couldn't get them all. Everyone in the DM groups that I'm a part of.
Mm-hmm.
You're all included.
Yeah.
if I've interacted with you more than like half a dozen times replying to a tweet or actually replying to a tweet, you're probably included.
Yeah. Same here.
But
Oh,
yeah,
I,
go ahead.
I will do a specific shout out to the Writer Bay tribe on Twitter. Their
Oh, there you go.
friends are some of the best, and they've really. I haven't participated as of late because, well, not really been in a creative mood lately, but they have helped kick my butt in gear and get me to do things and write things that I needed to get done,
Good.
or I needed to write to find to explore my creativity and inspiration and whatnot. And the right Tribe members would be H.A. Waring on Twitter. Ooh, I don't remember all the ads, but basically Haley, Mel, Dawn, and Shannon on Twitter. They know who they are.
Oh, yep. I know who. I at least know who Haley and Mel are.
Yeah.
And my interactions have been limited, but they seem like excellent people.
They are. How can you not like the Dragon Queen?
Well, it's funny, and this is a bit of an aside, but I thought of her the other day because I was browsing Craigslist, and somebody had posted on Craigslist an Iron Throne.
Oh my god!
I don't remember. I think she's changed it since, but for her long time, her profile pic was her sitting on an Iron Throne.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my, just like I almost sent the link to you to send to Haley.
Dude, you should have.
If I stumble across it again, I will.
I still love what Lucas and I did for her last Christmas, which was basically we did this like dragon spiral themed like gift box, and it's like we got her the spiral remastered, but we edit because I think it was Mel in the Rider Bay tribe. She made like these little drawings of all the members, and the one for Haley was her in a dragon costume, and we took the cover of the Spyro remastered, and we edited it in GIMP and included her little icon in a makeshift cover for the game and put that in the slip.
Ah, that's cool.
So it's basically the same cover as the Spyro cover. We just edited in her little icon in the background for her to find.
Right. Ah, cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. I want to do something like that again for someone.
Yeah, so there you go. Something to be thankful for. Creative opportunities.
Yeah.
Excuses to do weird, cool stuff.
That is another thing. I am thankful for the fact that I am finally, after writing at the beginning of this year on a now since kind of dead blog and website thing, which I really should look into getting that active again, saying that I wanted to get back into drawing and art, I'm finally doing that by the end of the year.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, you shared some of your stuff. You shared some of your stuff, and I'm glad you have. I'm glad you're getting back into that because clearly you have talent there, and it should be developed.
Thank you. I'm probably gonna save that full story for a blunt talk episode, but let's just say I have a very, 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 very good cautionary tale for not letting your perfectionism eat at you so much that you quit doing something that you used to.
You mean you shouldn't quit if you don't instantly paint the Mona Lisa?
Yeah, no, you shouldn't quit if you can't do that, man.
Are you sure, though?
Huh?
Are you sure, though? What if I want to be a sculptor and like the first thing I try to sculpt isn't like Michelangelo's David? Should I quit then?
No.
No.
No. Honey, no.
What if, for example, I want to write and I'm not instant, and the first thing I write isn't like Ender's Game?
Any what if you can come up with is not a good enough reason.
But are you sure?
I am certain.
I don't know how I feel about that. It's almost like you're saying that people should not let the fact that they're not instantly the greatest thing that ever was stop them from developing.
Nor should they be blind to the skill they do have.
Right.
It's
Huh.
like we should want to have confidence in ourselves.
We should at least be willing to, give it a whirl.
Yeah,
Because what do you lose if you fail?
exactly.
You can't, you literally have nothing less if you fail. You actually still have you still have more than when you started because you have an increased knowledge about yourself. And if, say, you're a writer, you have a nice big thick manuscript that you can look back on and go, "Yeah, I did that. It sucks, but I did that." Which is the way that I look at the first book that I wrote back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've told you I actually did write a full novel back in the day when I was in the Navy.
I think you have.
Yeah, but it was a steaming pile, and the rejection letters, backed that up, and that, but that was okay because you know what, I still took the time and the energy to do that, and at the very least, I did hand out like the first handful of chapters to people,
Mm-hmm.
and at least one person did say that I made them cry.
Aww. Did you make them cry because of how bad it was, or because of the emotions in it?
Emotions.
Good.
Emotions, not because of, well, and it was mostly because what was happening was particularly horrifying.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I mean, I created a rather horrifying scenario for the MC.
Well, sometimes you need to create the steaming pile first before it can become a masterpiece. I mean, right now I'm just doing to kind of try and get my creativity flowing back again with writing. I've just been writing journal entries for my Far Cry 5 character.
I like it.
Me too.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Well, all right. If you don't have anything else, Crystal, I think we can wrap this up, and
I am good.
we can be thankful for a free rest of the evening.
Yes, and as we said earlier, but we will repeat again, we are thankful for you viewers and listeners.
And we are, because you know what? It makes it that I think I'd probably still be doing it, but it's much cooler knowing that there are actual viewers out there.
Yeah. It gives us more motivation.
Yes, exactly. So to everybody out there, take a minute, between now and Christmas, and just think about the good things you do have going on in your life. I'm pretty sure most of you can find at least one thing to be thankful for, one thing to work on, one thing to develop, and do that. Work, take a minute to be thankful for the gifts you have, and work on making them even better over the next year. And that, my friends, is how you keep fighting the good fight.